about Toastmasters is it makes you think. You have to think in order to be an effective communicator. You have to think about your message, and you have to think about who's going to hear it. As a communicator, I'm not quick-witted, I'm not terribly clever, I don't have the gift of gab, but what I do have going for me is that I am a good listener. I'm empathetic, I'm calm and steady, I'm practical. I take time to process things before coming to a conclusion. I'm patient and I'm analytical, and I like to think I'm not judgmental. Because I take my time, I appear indecisive at times. I try to look at things from different perspectives, and often I need more information or more details. Altogether, my communication style is most like the supportive communicator style in the Pathways to module. There are 4 styles described in the module: supportive, direct, initiating, and analytical. In any group, you're going to have some of each style. You get to know what style a person communicates in by trial and error. But just being aware that there are different communication styles helps you to become a more effective communicator. Let's take a look at what Toastmasters says about how to best communicate with each of those styles. The great thing, direct communicators prefer when you get to the point quickly and in a succinct manner. When dealing with these communicators, be specific and avoid over-explaining or repeating yourself. Focus on solutions and only provide details when asked. Direct communicators are great at giving directions, explaining plans, assigning duties, all that cut and dried stuff. They don't want to hear you process out loud. They don't want to repeat themselves. These people make great how-to videos for YouTube. This is the opposite of my natural style, and the communication style that I have to be the most purposeful with. When I am speaking with a direct communicator, I try to cut out my natural inclination to elaborate. Initiating communicators value interacting with others and sharing stories. Allow time for socializing at the beginning of meetings and create a friendly, non-threatening environment. Provide time for them to express their feelings and opinions. It's very easy for me to communicate with the people who have this communication style. It's also easy for me to get distracted and go on off-topic tangents with people who have this communication style. And while this is fun and it's a good way to get to know people, it's not really productive. And it drives the direct communicators nuts. When I have to have a purposeful discussion with an initiating communicator, I try to resist the impulse to include unnecessary details or to brainstorm ideas. In essence, I try to be more like the direct communicator. Analytical communicators like facts and figures. Present information to them in an organized manner and be prepared to answer questions. Be patient while they think things through and process the information. I do enjoy this kind of communication style. Presenting facts and figures helps to support how a conclusion is reached. And I enjoy the process, particularly if the subject is something that I'm interested in. And while I remember the gist of the conversation, I have very poor recall of the actual statistics. So when I communicate with this person, I have to have and take notes. This is a person who has a lot of details. I find it best for me to gather information, retreat to think it through, and then have another conversation at a later time. This is a slow but thorough process, and I believe this is a great way to make decisions. Then you can let the direct communicators explain the decision, and then an initiating communicator can tell a story that illustrates the decision, because we all have strengths. Supportive communicators appreciate a calm and steady approach. Earn their trust by providing them with plenty of reassurance. When seeking their opinions and ideas, encourage them to express their concerns and allow time for them to make decisions. Of course, I find it easy to communicate with this style because it's my own. One thing I would say in addition to reassurance is feedback. Give feedback clarifying that they're understood. This may cut back on the repetition with this communication style. In addition, I find sometimes that I parse words, meaning to examine someone's words closely, looking for their exact meaning or for the intention behind them. After all, words are the scaffolding that we hang our thoughts on. Your understanding of a word and how it is used may be quite different from mine. And I think this is where we get into trouble, in particular with written language. Whatever the communication style, direct, initiating, analytical, or supportive, communication is a two-way process. How we express ourselves to people is important, but so is how we receive communication from others. For communication to be effective, there has to be a shared understanding of what's being expressed. So I ask for feedback, I ask if there's anything that needs to be clarified, and I make myself available for further questions. Good communication skills can improve your life. They can improve your relationships and help you to advance in your career. So time spent improving your communication skills is time well spent. Madam Toastmaster?